Right, so we record ditch. We go into Auron Val Alley. Don't forget it exists. I think you go here. I don't now remember what quest line you did because I've done them all by now. Now there's one like hanging right here as well. So 7 chests, no trotters unfortunately, which gives the juiciest, you know, stellar jades. But you literally just come back like down here for talk to someone and then just leave, and that's it. But yeah, I think this is probably the last like little area on Lofu, I guess, and that's and that is it. We're moving on. Obviously, we'll talk about that later. Because I want to talk about first the biggest hotshot of the town, the Danheng, the Inhibitor Lunae. God damn, what a character, right? Absolute cracked damage. One of the, in my opinion, one of the best like character designs as well. Like what's happening like there above like V-neck is S tier. It's absolute god tier, you know. Like it's just I think it's one of the best we produce here. Out here, the Hoyoverse, in my opinion, it's really good. And what's happening like down below the neck is it's kind of whatever, you know. Who cares about that? But you know, like it just hits, you know. Like obviously, to really showcase, you have to hit up that data bank, you know. Go into the characters and like just see. Like what I'm really talking about. I mean, look at them. The horns, the glowing eyes, the elfish ears, the earring. You know, those sleepy looking eyes. And what's like happening below, it's like, you know, it's, yeah, it's pristine. It's good look. I mean, it's Honkai game. It looks, like I mentioned before, the detail in this game surpasses that in that is in Genshin when it comes to, you know, character detail. I think eventually we did upped it as well. I think it was not even Inazuma was out at that time when they did it with the update of the character design detail. Is it literally just chests and there's no enemies around? There's just this little town like searching for chests? Really? Really, dude? So anyways, yeah, character design absolutely got here. Above neck wise, you know, and obviously the long girly hair that he has, but you know, it's you know, like I see him like as someone who is cute, and I guess I'm done, that's it. Who is literally a cute character. I don't find him handsome, I just find him cute, you know, a cute boy or a man. I don't know, it's kind of weird to say because, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. But, you know, it just gives, the long hair kind of gives that vibe, you know. The long hair does it. But you could say it's probably, you could say the same argument with Locha, but I think Locha passes the handsome look more because I don't know how to explain. I mean, it would look more like manly if he had like a beard and whatnot. But yeah, he pulls off more of the handsome look either way, because even though he's, you know, rocking the long hair, whereas Danheng more so like the cutesy look, in my opinion. And like the funny thing is, like I say that, and that's literally coming from me, who legit just loves and worships women, you know, to the point where I just have these weird fantasies where I want to, you know, see the world like being ruled by hot, like these hot titty, big titties, sorry, with porcelain faces, and by that I mean like CEO position of like big companies, prime ministers, presidents, and etc. You know. So, well, at least I'm not as weird where someone would pay money for to get my freaking balls kicked, you know. I think that's a weird fetish, that's for sure. But yeah, in terms of damage as well, like Inhibitor Lunae is actually like super meta as well. Probably one of the best damage dealers according, you know, to those who actually calculate. You know, reference would be like Pridevin, who calculate that he'd be better, you know, when it comes to you know, multiple targets, but because Sealy cannot multiple target, she can also only do solo damage, but because she has that like kind of like a talent where she can once killing someone, she can make it her turn again. That doesn't count. Like she's just hunt. She's just solo damage, you know. At the end of the day, so yeah, he is absolutely meta. Like how does it? He basically power crept Sealy, essentially, which is, you know, very interesting. So destruction, it's kind of like really it's really moving in, you know, like out of all the paths, I didn't expect that it would be, you know, destruction that makes its way in. Even though it does say in the description that it does deals astounding amounts of damage, it's not something, you know, I envisioned as per se, you know. So yeah. And also, like, regarding the quest lines, it's a little bit like nitpicking, but I think this issue has been going on for a while now, where you do like these quest lines, companion or trail-based mission, and it doesn't matter, right? It's just, it feels so lifeless when you do them, you know? Like, you have these, like, when you compare it to Genshin, it's just so ridiculous how it seems. Like just one static image that we put in when you talk to, you know, to people, and like, oh god, I got ambushed. That wasn't meant to happen. I don't think I can get ambushed. I guess it's not done being knocked, but it doesn't matter.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
So it's just like one static image, his mouth's not moving. It just, like, for example, one example I could take is from a Trailblazer mission. Then Welt was talking like to Fushuan, and was you know, Fushuan was answering to, you know, to Welt. She was literally staring into oblivion and just empty space, you know, not actually directly to Welt, who she was supposed to, you know, kind of to, you know, attribute, I suppose. Whereas compared to like Genshin, for example, you had the whole thing. You had like zooming in on a camera moves around, the mouth's actually moving, like you know, like something actually like happening, and feel like it's at least has some life to it, like compared to Star Rail's lifeless, you know, just static images, mouth's not moving, everyone's just staring into a void, you know, like bruh. So yeah. Also hit it back onto the new world. Apparently we didn't mention it, but I think this is it for Lufo's chapter, and we're heading out to the new world, I believe. Which, I forgot the name of. Something starts with a P. We didn't mention it. It's like there was like a criminals that we sent it to this land, and then eventually over time turned like prosperous, which kind of reminded me of like kind of how Australia, you know, developed as well. But so I don't think it's due to, you know, conscripts or criminals, that's for sure. It's probably due to, you know, investors and the natural resources that Australia had at the time. Obviously, was all during this 17th century, and that's when the muskets ruled, you know, the land, and flagships of the seas. You know, it's somewhat related. That's why I'm kind of mentioning it. The country of Aussie land, you know. So, yeah. Also, during the Luca questline, Swarok sounded like kind of a bit strange, to say the least, you know. I don't know, like, what happened to these, you know. They sounded like it's a bit off, like his voice is malfunctioning. He needed some, you know, so caretaking or repairs. Man, my man got old or something, you know. I don't know. So that was interesting. And also Luca, literally you got a dialogue calling out Luca that he's acting like a weeb, basically, when he got his ass whooped by Swarog, which I thought was pretty funny. So, you know, like, I think we all knew that Hoyover's staff has, like, humor in them, basically, as per se. Like, we all knew it from, probably from Genshin times as well. There's some corny, funny lines that we put in every now and then, and I thought that was pretty funny when we put it out, like, seeing a word actual, like, weeb, and that's obviously because the word is, like, anime inspired and whatnot, so yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, you know. It was funny. Yeah. Also, according to Yukong, Tinjun was a monster for the past you know, 30 years or something. When she was, I guess she was in disguise or something, and I guess she's dead, even though you can literally play her. So that's because, you know, that infamous neck snap, when she snapped her neck, like in that funny fashion, or interesting fashion at least, very, I guess, anime aesthetic or something, I don't know. Yet again, I guess, well, it is a game as, after all, it is anime inspired, you know. So it's kind of hard to play when I concentrate and play and like talking. It's like the biggest challenge. Either way, I hope no one's gonna ambush me here. And catch the warp bozo. Oh, this seems like a challenge. But yeah, I thought the neck snapping thing was because she got, you know, possessed by, you know, the Fantilia, like, kind of curse or something, like. So I'm not sure why would she be labeled as like a monster by Yukong. Well, that was okay, I guess, like, sort of thing, you know. And whatever floats your boat. Also,
what is it we're waiting for?
The cutscene with the Jinglue, I guess. It's hard to pronounce his name, man, I swear. I'm really struggling with these. Was like when Luocha got surrounded by the general and its goons, you know. And that the and then they kind of like revealed the Jinglue, even though we kind of like seen her from companion quest for Yanqing. But even though with her, like, all edgy with her blindfold and whatnot, you know. I got goosebumps when she showed up, actually, like, legit. It was nice. I got chills, like goosebumps, you know, it was good. Bat chest, you know. Arcane, you know, all that stuff. Goosebumps, right? Amazing. So, got done with this. Hooray. So what else got in? I think there was another, like, quality of life stuff as well. Which was this one, when you go into character screen and you do this. They just stare at you. Weirdly, you know. I don't know who in the hell asked for this quality of life, but sure, I guess. I definitely for sure think this was inspiration from other games, you know, like, I think I've seen this being happen elsewhere, because you know, for example, it's really funny to me, like, if you pan to someone like Clara and she just it's funny. Also, we did get also a new light cone. 5-star, it's in the Nihility one called Solitary Healing. So, break effect by 20%, which is, when the mirrors use ultimate, increases DOT. Okay. And once enemy regenerates 4 energy for the rare. Okay, that's... Energy is good, yeah, it's pretty good. But only, obviously, of course, when you defeat an enemy. So, Nihility, Light Cone, but name that has a very interesting bit called Solitary Healing, you know? Funny, isn't it? But like, icon of it as well, being like holding, like, it seems like a potion of something, I don't know. So what else got introduced? What else is a Trailblaze power stuff, right? Look at this, 240 limit or cap. And then the reserve as well. So this is like actually very good quality of life, this one. 240, I felt like the 180 cap was plentiful, to be honest, but now that it got increased to 240, it's, you know, also considering that it does replenish really fast as well. I'm not sure how fast, but yeah, that's basically it, you know. So yeah, that's basically the patch, you know, like Kafka moves are bouncy, Danhang is cute, yeah, and overpowered. Power creeping the likes of Sealy, who was overpowered literally as a damage dealer on her own. So destruction is the meta, I guess. Nice.